Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, January 18th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. There's a lot to cover. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see the futures are trading up by about 1 point at the moment, give or take a point and a quarter, point and a half. But either way, right around that 1477 level. So markets, again, holding up fine this morning. Really no problem with the market. Flat open for the most part. Generally on a Friday we look for a flat to slightly positive trading day. Sometimes if the market is down, it's just a mild down day. So again, we'll stick with that today, as that has been really the case for the majority of the Fridays that we see. Today is also options expiration. It really hasn't been that volatile of an options expiration trading week, which is a little bit surprising. So you never know. You could still get some surprises, but right now I wouldn't lean in that camp, as these markets have been rather tame throughout this entire week. So again, futures are trading up just by 1 point. We'll see how the market holds up. I just want to take a look at the U.S. dollar index futures. You'll see the futures are getting a big pop today, up 34 cents, although they have started to pull back already. Often when the dollar is higher, once the opening bell rings, the dollar will pull back, and that will help inflate a lot of equities, especially commodities, such as gold, silver, oil, etc. So we'll see how that shakes out today. I'm not 100% sure, but nice move on the dollar, back above the $80 level, at least at the moment. We'll see if that can hold up into the close. I'm not 100% certain that will be the case today. A few things to go over real quick as well. If you want to look at these markets right now, you're going to see a lot of erratic trading in Asia. Also, even here in the United States, on any word of quantitative easing or money printing, which is going on in earnest right now. But you do have the Asian markets rather erratic. Last night, you did have the Nikkei 225, which is Japan. Their market was up nearly 3%. So 300-point move on the Nikkei last night. Pretty dramatic, and you're seeing this each and every day. Anytime the Nikkei falls, the market comes right back up. I think it's worth showing you on the screen here. So let's just punch that up. We'll look at the Nikkei chart last night, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. It's rather dramatic, though. Here's a daily chart of the Nikkei, and just last night you had a 3-bar sell-off, and then boom, right back up. You know, almost a 3% pop. So again, this market just continues to be driven by money printing and central bank intervention, and the government over there wanting to print money. So it's pretty incredible what's happening in Japan. But you can see basically since November, this index has gone up almost 2,000 points. Well, it has gone up 2,000 points. So again, this is just a tremendous move, and it's all on the back of money printing. At some point, markets have to say, hey, when does this money printing gig end? Or else I guess we could just print our way for the rest of eternity. But in any case, just a tremendous move on the Japanese market. Watch for Japanese ADRs today. I guess if the U.S. markets are strong, Japanese ADRs could be in play. Looking at the EWJ, and I'm just going to go to a 10-minute chart. This is the Japan iShares Japan Fund. You can see that is getting a little bit of a pop already. So watch the Japanese ADRs. If the U.S. markets are strong, Japanese ADRs could trade higher. If you take a look at the Japanese yen today, let's just go to a daily chart. We'll get a better perspective of it. I mean, this thing is just, the dollar has just gone parabolic against the yen. The yen has fallen. So this is dollar yen, and you can see how this is just screamed to the upside. So it's all about currencies. It's all about money printing, and that's really what moves the market. So I thought I'd just share that with everybody today. So we'll see how these markets play out. Now let's take a look here at a few other things that I have on my list. We'll go to gold right now. Gold is down $2. Not a big deal. $16.88 per ounce at the current price. Let's take a look at the GLD. The GLD this morning is trading. Let's just get that 10-minute chart up. You'll see it trading right around 163.77. So not a big deal. It is actually a little bit higher than yesterday's close, even though the spot price is down 2 points, basically flat. But GLD trading right around 163.77. So that's actually holding up fairly well today. Oil is down about 10 cents. Not a big deal there. Another flat open for light sweet crude, which is at $95.39 at the moment. If you take a look at the USO, which is a proxy for crude, you'll see that it is trading at $34.72. It closed at $34.67. So not a big deal there. We'll just see how that plays out going forward once the opening bell rings. Generally, a stronger dollar is bearish for gold and oil. But hey, you never know these days. The light volume, options X, anything can happen, so be on your toes today. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. There are quite a few. We're going to start off with Intel Corp. Okay, so Intel, world's largest chip maker. This one is getting sold off. I have a couple levels here for Intel. One, you could watch $20.69, maybe $20.63. It's going to be right in that area. Give or take that 5 cents for, watch for an intraday bounce. Also, 2019 will be a little bit of support, but you're gonna have to watch the chart pattern. This is a strong gap down, and I like the $19.60 level. So those are your Intel levels for support. Again, 2069 to 2063, $20.19, and then all the way down to around the $19.59 level. Give or take a couple of pennies. Right there will be your next support. And then it does have double bottom support at around 1923 if it does get there. I'm not sure that will happen. But either way, those are your support levels for Intel. Capital One is another one I see today that is actually getting hit a little bit. Capital One closed at $61.59. Today it is trading at $57.48. There's a fair amount of support down here around that $57 area, give or take 20 cents. When I look at this more closely, I get a level of $56.55, and you can see that's pretty much where it traded in the pre-market. So, or yesterday, I should say, aftermarket yesterday. So there's still some support there at $56.55. Then just below that, you have a daily chart 200 MA, which will be major. So there's going to be more support around $56.26. And then it's all the way down to $54.44. So keep an eye on that. But right now I'm going to say that $56.25 to $56.50 area is still probably okay, at least at the moment. And then it's all the way down to $54.44 and then $52.75. So keep all those levels on your radar for Capital One. Let's take a look at this LIFE. This one is having a huge pop. Life Technologies. Closed at $55 yesterday. The stock now is trading up around 64 bucks. This is an all-time high. Do not go near this. Okay, I don't know if this will trade a little bit higher, but it is overdone, overcooked. I don't have a resistance point simply for the fact that this stock is trading at an all-time high, but I would not buy this up here at these levels. This is way overbought. It would actually even be a fade candidate if I could find a good area to sell it, but I don't. I don't have that, and we'll have to be a little bit on the cautious side today. But at least don't step into it on the long side. This thing is way overdone. A couple of other stocks here. General Electric having a nice little move. Trading around the $22 area, closed at $21.70. I wouldn't buy GE either. If GE gets up to, well, at 22, it has a lot of resistance, but it's above that area now. At 22.36, I think GE is a fade candidate. It might even be 22.50. And then obviously you got a big gap fill on that stock around 22.80. So again, if it gets up to 22.50, 22.80, even 22.36, if you're aggressive, you want to fade GE, I would not have a problem with that. Let's take a look at Morgan Stanley. This is a big move for Morgan Stanley. Stock closed at $20.75. It's trading at $22 at the moment. Decent pop there from Morgan Stanley. Do not touch this one. This thing is overcooked here. Ton of resistance around 22, 22 and a half. Hard to pinpoint it to the exact penny, but it might even be 22 and a quarter. Very hard to pinpoint, but either way, this thing is just overdone. It also has a ton of resistance around $24 and 30 cents if it got up there, but I'm not even sure that will happen. But either way, great move for Morgan Stanley today, at least at the open, but do not go near this thing. This thing is way overdone. Aggressive traders, if you want to try to short this thing around 22.50 or so, I would not have a problem with that, but it is a little bit of an aggressive trade because of Friday with options X and the light volume. A lot of times the markets will stay buoyant. Financials also have been very, very loved by the marketplace. So again, don't buy Morgan Stanley up here. That's crazy. This thing is way overcooked. There are a few other ones that I'm seeing moving around a little bit, but nothing standing out to me. Let's take a look at Schlumberger today. I haven't really had a chance to go over this one very much. Yeah, there's no play here on Schlumberger. Still a lot of resistance around 74.50, all the way up 75 into 76. So I would leave Schlumberger alone. I don't think there's a trade there. Maybe intraday there will be something later, but right now I would not be touching Schlumberger. Let's see what else I have here. SunTrust, I'm not sure what that one is doing. STI is the ticker. Again, no play there either. That's not really much of a move. So we'll have to leave that one alone. Let's do a real quick Apple check today. Apple closed at 502.68. Today the stock is trading back down to around $4.99. It is options expiration, so most traders would expect that Apple would close around the 500 level somehow, some way. That's where the market makers actually want this thing probably to go to. So watch for that. We'll see if Apple does close lower, then it's vulnerable to further declines. But right now, Apple trading around the $4.99 level. This stock has definitely been under pressure this week going forward. So just a quick recap. We'll see how this thing plays out. But right now, futures haven't really moved. Still up about a point at the moment. So just take it slow. It is a Friday. Volume will generally get very, very light after the first couple of hours, so just take that into consideration. Generally on Fridays we look for a flat to slightly positive day. If we are down, I don't think we're going to be down all that much, and the Japanese ADRs could be in play today with the big move in Japan and the weak Nikkei, the weak yen that is happening right now. So watch Japanese ADRs once the opening bell rings, and they could be in play today if the U.S. markets are strong. If the U.S. markets are weak, then you really don't want to put too much into that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all. Have a great trading day, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care now.